All right, first cooking video. So today we're gonna make some pan roast. So I'm just gonna start with the little base. I'm gonna start making the base first. And first thing we're gonna do is, add some oil. Let that get a little warm. Oh yeah, shout out to my girlfriend for making this custom wooden spoon for me. It's very awesome. But yeah. We're just gonna start off with some onions and some celery. We really want to soften this up. And the reason why I'm making gumbo today is because there is no good gumbo spot that is, or not, sorry, I'm not making gumbo, I'm making pan roast. It's not really a good pan roast spot around me anymore. So there used to be this spot called Kettle Bar, and that's where my aunt actually took me for the first time back then when I think I was in high school the first time I tried that place. But yeah, that was like my first time trying Creole food, and honestly that was like life-changing to me. And yeah, it opened for a good amount for a little while until I think COVID hit, and then it closed for a little bit. And I don't think it survived after it opened for a little while because everyone kind of just forgot about it. But yeah, funny story, I actually tried taking my parents like last year to the Kettle Bar in Costa Mesa, and we went up, and like it didn't say close or anything when we were driving up, and then as we walked closer there was like a paper sign that said, "Sorry, we're temporarily closed." And I was pretty bummed out because I was planning to take my parents here for a little while, but I actually never got the chance to until then. And then yeah, my parents and I ended up not being able to go because it was closed. And then I went on Yelp and it said temporarily closed, so I was like, okay, maybe they're renovating or something. And a few months later, checked back on Yelp because I wanted to go, and it said permanently closed. And man, oh man, that was one of the saddest days of my life because they already closed one location. They had two locations originally in Orange County, and the first location that I actually went to was the one in Costa Mesa, and then the second one that I went to was in Main Street, Huntington Beach, and that closed down pretty early on before COVID. So like maybe in like 2018, 2019 maybe. Oh, there's like an airplane or something over there. But yeah, that Kettle Bar, they're known for pan roast. And I tried finding another place. So Anaheim Packing District had a place literally called, I think, Kettle Bar. That was pretty good. They had pretty good pan roast, but it wasn't quite as good as what did I just say? Did I say Kettle Bar or pan roast? There was a place, it wasn't called Kettle Bar. Kettle Bar was a good one. The one inside of Anaheim Packing District, I really don't remember what it was called, but that place was all right. And then I recently found out about this place in the 626 called The Dive Oyster Bar. Man, that place was great. The only downside is it's a little bit far for me, maybe like 40-45 minute drive. And my girlfriend and I, we went there recently, and that was the last time I had a pan roast. And yeah, now I've just been craving it, and I'm just gonna try making it myself now. But yeah, we're gonna try to soften these up, get them pretty translucent. The onions and celery to make it as a base, and later we're just gonna blend everything up with chicken broth. We're gonna add some rice later, and we're gonna use it as a thickener. But yeah, I'm gonna soften these up, and then I'll see you guys in a little bit. All right, so it's been about like another 5 minutes of me just sauteing this until it's soft, and you can really smell the aromas right now, just the onions and the celery. And we're definitely going to develop some of that browning flavor right now. So next we're gonna add a little bit of garlic. So I just have some like roughly chopped garlic right now. I love garlic flavoring. And just mix that in real quick until you can really just smell that really fried garlic aroma. Oh, there you go. It just kicked in. All right. And then you kind of want to turn the fire down because you don't want anything to burn. The garlic, burnt garlic just does not taste good. Next, you're going to add some of that rice. So we're going to toast this rice up. It's going to be a great thickener later for when we make our sauce, because this is the base of our sauce. And you kind of want to toast up the rice a little bit too. You don't want it to burn. Burnt rice is actually like super bitter from me trying to make some crispy rice. Just toast that up. Nice. Alright, next let's put in some chicken broth. Let's turn up the fire a bit. Let's bring this to a boil. And then I'm also going to add some of the tomato sauce. Let's mix this up a little bit. All right. So yeah, we're gonna let this come up to a boil and then we'll reduce it to a simmer. So I'll be back when it's up in a boil. All right, so it's coming up to a nice little simmer. I'm gonna give it a quick stir. But yeah, you can really smell the tomato right now. And from my understanding, pan roast is a little bit of a tomato base with some cream. But yeah, right now I'm just gonna season a little bit with some salt and pepper just to really bring out those flavors. And I'm actually using Himalayan salt. So Himalayan salt is a little bit saltier than regular salt, and that just means that you use less of it and it lasts a little bit while. But yeah, now that this is coming up to a pretty nice boil, we're gonna blend it up and then continue from there. So I'm gonna go blend this up and then we're gonna add some heavy cream to it, and from there we'll start doing the, what do you call it, not toppings, but the little meat that makes the pan roast a little bit heartier. So I'll be right back. We're gonna blend it up and we'll see you there. All right, so I brought the, what do you call this, a blender cup, the blender, and I'm gonna add a couple of basil leaves to it because I feel like adding basil would bring out like a nice little flavor to the pan roast. I actually usually don't like basil because, I don't know, the raw flavor is just a little bit weird to me. But yeah, we're gonna pour this. This is a bad idea, but whatever. Send it. That was actually pretty good. I didn't spill a lot. Let's get the rest of it. These little, I don't know if you guys can see, but the side has like caramelized tomato, and honestly that is one of the best flavors I've ever experienced in my life. If you ever make pasta, you want to burn it a little bit with the tomato sauce. It's game changer, I can guarantee you that. All right, so now it's in there. I'm gonna go blend it, add some cream, and I'll be right back. All right, so I actually just blended it, and I'll show you guys in a bit. It's just inside the house right now. But while we wait for that to blend and cool down. I already finished blending. I'll add the heavy cream later. We're gonna just prepare the meaty part of the dish, you know, the sausage, the crab, and a little bit extra of the celery. We got some onions, and then under here I got some bell peppers as well. But yeah, to do this, I just added a little bit of oil here. I always start with this just because they're vegetables and they usually take a little bit longer to fry down. And yeah, I don't know if they call this the Holy Trinity. I actually have no idea. I forget. It might be jalapenos with garlic. But yeah, we're gonna add a little bit of garlic to this later too. But yeah, same thing. We actually don't have to caramelize this just as much as earlier, just because I kind of like the raw flavor of onion sometimes. But I do want the celery to cook down, because sometimes celery doesn't taste good. I actually tried juicing celery one time to make my own natural type of Gatorade, and I did not like that flavor at all. And I don't know, there's something about the taste of celery. It's like cinnamony, but it doesn't really taste cinnamony to me, and it just doesn't belong in a juice, I think. So yeah, I'm gonna cook this down for a little bit, and then we'll be right back. All right, so this is what you're kind of looking for. A nice little char, a little bit of caramelization. Right when you get to this stage, I'm gonna add the rest of my garlic to it. And you don't want to cook the garlic for too long, because you kind of want that little raw flavor. Well, I do, at least. I want that little raw flavor to it. And then once you smell that garlic, go in with some andouille sausage. So andouille sausage is probably the best sausage that I can find. Honestly, it's the best sausage to make this pan roast with. Screw it, I'm just gonna use my hands. It's like a Cajun-y flavor. It's got a nice little spicy kick to it. I'm a big fan of spicy food, so I don't mind the kick. But yeah, actually, what brand is this? This is Adels. Chef Bruce. He makes great freaking sausage. He makes this like pineapple chicken sausage. The first time I actually had that pineapple chicken sausage was when I went to Seattle to visit my friend who lives out there, and his uncle invited us over for a barbecue, and he barbecued up that sausage, and man, oh man, that was probably one of the best sausages I've ever had in my life. It was like really sweet, it was salty, and then adding a little char to it gave that a little smokiness, which is exactly what we're trying to do right now with this andouille sausage. So I added only a pack. It comes with a pack of 2, and which is more than enough, honestly. I'm only making it for just me and my girlfriend today, but we'll have a little extra. I'll bring it over for my aunt that introduced me to this dish. But yeah, so I'm starting to really smell that Cajun flavor from the sausage, and kind of want that fat to render a little bit so that we can use that fat to cook up a little bit of the crab meat later. Nice. All right, so you can kind of see that it's sweating, and the reason why I'm cooking outside because it's such a beautiful, nice weather right now. And yeah, so next you can see a little bit of char there. I'm at that crab meat. So I found this nice little hunk of crab meat at where did I find this? Costco has it, but I'm a Sam's Club fan, so I found this nice little box of crab meat. I don't want to break it up too much because I kind of want chunks. And yeah, you want to just heat this up a little bit. Turn up the fire. Heat this up, incorporate it with all the vegetables. Wow, look at that. There's something about crab meat. It's just like so sweet. And it has like a certain, I wouldn't say it's umami. Seafood has a certain little funk to it that just makes food taste good. All right. And I don't really want to char up the crab too much because then it'll just be dry. Just want to heat it up a little bit. But the mixture with crab, with some of those onions, the bell peppers, the garlic. Oh man, it's gonna be great. All right, so at this stage, I got some seasoning. So what's a dish without seasoning, right? So in here, there's some Creole seasoning. There's some paprika. There's some cayenne. There's some salt. There's some pepper. And I think that's all I put in here. But yeah, let's add some of that. Let's incorporate it. There's something about Creole seasoning and Cajun seasoning. This type of food is just insanely delicious. I really want to go to Louisiana one day just to try that food because I know it's gonna be freaking delicious. In like New Orleans, oh man, can't wait to go one day. There's this beignet spot that I really want to try. It's super popular. They have that, I think it's called like Café du Monde or something. Hey, how you doing? Making a little cooking show. Thank you. Come back later, I'll give you a little bit. Pan rose, have you had it? It's like Creole food. It's like pasta and rice and like pasta, kinda. Yeah. Yeah. Is that okay if you're in my video? All right, cool.
Well, enjoy.
Thank you. But yeah, I've never seen her before. She's I guess a new male woman, male person. But yeah, I'm kind of just mixing everything up right now with that seasoning, and then I'm add a little bit of space here, make a little donut, because from here I'm gonna add a little bit of vermouth. So I got the extra dry vermouth. The brand's right here actually. It's like Martini and Rossi vermouth extra dry. The reason why I want to make a little donut in the middle is because I kind of want the alcohol to evaporate a little bit and cook off so that I don't get the alcohol flavor in, but I get the flavor of the vermouth itself, and kind of just slowly incorporate it in, and it'll cook off eventually. You can really just smell the alcohol cook off. And then I'm also going to add a little bit of Worcestershire sauce, Worcestershire, however you say it, and a little bit of clam juice. Alright, we're going to cook this up. I guess you can call this like a filling, a soup filling, because there's a, you know, like when you make dumplings, there's like a filling on the inside. I would consider this like a filling for soup. So a soup filling. Oh wow, this smells freaking delicious. All right. So I'm just gonna let the alcohol cook off for a little bit, and then I'm gonna pour in that base that we made earlier. All right, so I'm gonna go get that base. I'm gonna go get that heavy cream, and I'll be right back. All right, so I've actually been cooking it for like maybe like 2 more minutes, and you can really just smell the combo of flavors now. Oh man, I hope the GoPro's not fogged up. But yeah, so here's the blended base, and I'm just gonna pour it in. And I actually didn't make it too spicy. I usually add a little bit of more cayenne because I like spicy food. Oh wow, that looks phenomenal. But yeah, I actually didn't add too much salt or pepper yet because I kind of like to season everything towards the end. Oh man, this is gonna be nuts. This is gonna be nuts. All right. So you kind of want to mix everything up. Turn the fire down pretty low now at this point because everything's nice and hot. Let's put this over here. And then we add a little bit of cream. Adding a little bit of the cream just makes it a little bit rich. Oh, did my fire turn off? There you go. You can really smell the freaking gas once your fire comes off. There you go, it's on. I don't want to add too much. Maybe like that much. If you add too much, it's just going to be too creamy and it's just not going to be as good. But from here, just incorporate it. Oh my gosh, look at that. Oh. Let's try it. Oh my god. That is wild. Oh frick, that burns. That is insane. I don't even think I need to add a little bit more salt. Maybe a little bit more pepper, but oh my gosh. That is phenomenal. But yeah, like I said, I was talking to the male person earlier. Dude, that was hot. That burned. I was talking to the male person earlier, and usually you would serve this with rice, but I kind of wanted to try it with pasta because it's been a while since I've had it. So what I usually do is eat at the restaurant, and there's always extra sauce, so I bring it home and I bring it with pasta anyways. But I'm gonna try a little bit of rice, and then later for dinner I'll eat it with pasta. Wow, this looks phenomenal. All right guys, I'll see you guys in a bit. All right guys, so this is how you would typically eat it. You put some rice on top and you mix it in together, and then you can also add a little bit of parsley, but I actually don't have any. And good thing I didn't add any extra salt because the clam juice actually made it really salty. And I kind of adjusted by adding a little bit more cream, but let's try it. Oh my gosh. Actually eating it with rice really balances everything out. Wow. There's definitely a little bit of adjustments I would do to add a little bit more pop flavor. I think I'm gonna add a little bit more garlic the next time I make it. But man, this is freaking awesome. It's really close to how pan roast would taste, or it's supposed to taste like pan roast, how Kettabar would taste. But yeah, thanks for tuning in guys. My first video, my first dish making and posting it up on YouTube, and I'll see you guys later.